What character traits do you guys have that you may be proud of or may not be proud of? I have several today that I'm going to tell you guys about that I'm not proud of and that I'm also proud of. Two of the positive ones about myself would be the fact that I'm very outgoing and I can get along with anybody. Another one is that I will try to treat every single person the same, whether they are from the same kind of background as I am or if they're totally different. And then the negative trait I want to talk about myself today is how I can be a very, very stubborn individual, as some of you in this crowd may know. First trait I'm talking about tonight is how I'm always trying to be nice to people and treat them the same no matter who they are. If you're nice to people, it may come back to you, it may not come back to you, but it always helps to try to be nice. One night when I was in high school, a friend of mine got a little drunk and was not able to drive his car home. So I drove him home, but I had to take his car home because we're still at the age where if we left our car somewhere, our parents knew we were drunk last night and we would get in trouble. So I drove a friend of mine, Matt Etheridge, home to his house, and I started walking home, and my car was about 2 miles away, but I didn't want to get Matt in trouble. I didn't have too much to do the next morning, so I started walking home. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, pretty dark outside, not a while to go. I was walking, and I got out of Matt's neighborhood and onto the main road. And a friend of mine from school saw me. Now, he wasn't in the same group as I was. He wasn't a football player. But he saw me, and he stopped, and he gave me a ride home. Had I not been nice to everyone I know, no matter who they are, he might not have picked me up, and I could have walked home. And let's not be too catastrophic here, but I probably could have got hit by a car being that dark and I had to walk over a bridge. The next thing I will talk about is not so positive about myself, but I do need to address it. I'm very stubborn. I shouldn't be stubborn, but I am. My best friend and I one time got in a fight this summer, and we didn't speak for about a month and a half. I didn't feel like I did anything wrong, and he was stubborn also. We didn't speak for a while. Finally, after a month and a half, I decided not to be so stubborn and speak to my friend. We're good friends now still. He was actually a groomsman in my wedding, and fortunately, I did not lose that friendship. Now, the next one sounds similar to the first one, which would be treat everyone equal, but I am very good at trying to make friends and open up people quickly. This is very important in the job that I currently do, where I have to travel from plant to plant, and I'm only there for a week or two. And I need people to do stuff for me, but I have no authority over them. So that's a tough challenge. So I need to go in and quickly connect with them over something that we can find common ground. I ask a lot of probing questions to discover something that may or may not we have in common. Once I find something in common, it makes it much easier. This has always benefited me in my professional setting, and it's a trait that I'm very proud of. Just like everyone, I have strengths and weaknesses, and I think it's very important to self-evaluate. 2 of my traits I've discussed today help me. One of them hurts me. When you think about your own traits, ask yourself what helps and what hurts. Focus on the good, and don't harp over the bad. And eventually, you can become a better person too, as that we all try to every day.